To get started with electronics, there are 6 basic components that you need to know about. Every single circuit is going to use at least some of these components. And once you understand how they work, it'll be easy for you to read electronic schematics and design your own circuits. Let's get started. The first component we're going to talk about is the resistor. A resistor is a component that has 2 terminals, and its job is to resist the flow of electricity. In other words, it limits the amount of current that can flow through it. The amount of resistance is measured in ohms, and the higher the value, the more the component will resist the flow of current. Resistors also come in different power ratings, which indicates how much power the resistor can dissipate before it gets too hot and burns up. The second component you need to know about is the capacitor. A capacitor is a component that has 2 terminals, and its job is to store electrical energy in an electric field. You can think of it like a rechargeable battery. When you charge a capacitor, it stores energy, and then, when you discharge it, it releases that energy. The amount of charge a capacitor can store is measured in farad. The larger the value, the more charge the capacitor can store. Capacitors are used for many different purposes in electronics, including filtering, smoothing out signals, and storing energy. The third component you need to know about is the diode. A diode is a component that has 2 terminals, and its job is to allow electricity to flow through it in only one direction. This property is called unity. Diodes are used for many different purposes in electronics, including converting AC to DC, and as input and output protection. There are many different types of diodes, but the most common type is the small signal diode. The fourth component you need to know about is the transistor. A transistor is a component that has 3 terminals, and its job is to amplify or switch electronic signals and electrical power. There are many different types of transistors, but the most common types are NPN and PNP. Transistors can be used as amplifiers, where you can make the output signal larger than the input signal, or they can be used as switches, where you can turn the output signal on or off based on the input signal. The fifth component you need to know about is the integrated circuit, also known as the IC. An IC is a component that contains many capacitors, resistors, and other components, all in one package. There are many different types of ICs, and they are used for almost everything in modern electronics. Probably the easiest type of IC to work with are the microcontrollers, which have a processor along with a bunch of input and output pins. The sixth component you need to know about is the battery. A battery is a component that has 2 terminals, and its job is to provide electrical energy. Batteries come in many different shapes, sizes, and volts. The most common type of battery used in electronics is the lithium polymer battery. These batteries are rechargeable and have a high energy-to-weight ratio, making them ideal for portable electronic devices. So those are the 6 basic components that you need to know about to get started with electronics. Now that you know about these components, you might be wondering, how do you actually use them? To answer this question, we need to talk about electronic circuits. An electronic circuit is a closed path that allows electricity to flow. Electricity always wants to flow from the positive terminal of the power source to the negative terminal. When you connect a load to the circuit, such as a light bulb, the electricity flows through the bulb, causing it to light up. Once you understand this basic concept, you're well on your way to designing your own circuit. Now that you know about electronic circuits, you might be wondering, how do you power them? There are 2 main ways to power a circuit: with batteries or with an AC wall adapter. Batteries are great because they're portable and easy to use, but they have a limited lifespan and will eventually run out of charge. AC wall adapters are less portable, but they can provide power to your circuit for as long as you want, as long as they're replugged into the wall. In the next few videos, we are going to build simple circuits using batteries, and then later on, we'll learn how to use AC wall adapters. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to see those videos. And also let me know in the comments below what kind of projects you want to see built in future videos. I look forward to hearing your ideas. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.